the opening comment, and then we can go to questions.
Give me a second. All right. There we go. Now I got in the view I like. I like gallery view. So my opening statement tonight will be about my preference in Zoom. I like gallery view so I can see everybody. And I feel like that gives us the best chance to be successful when I can see the people who are, asking the questions. Obviously a win, a home win, our second one of the year here at home. A couple good road wins leading into this. Obviously some really, really good stuff. Last minute, some turnovers that obviously we'll look back on and be better. But hey, a win against a good team, and some good performances. I thought, we got some guys who are making plays down the stretch, and Kayla, and obviously Sara shot the ball great. So a good win for us, and one that we're happy with. Any win in the conference is a good win.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go to Kent Youngblood with the first question.
Hello, Coach. So Sarah's had, I think, 51 points in her last two games. She's made 11 of 22 threes. I mean, has she officially kind of taken it to another level? And what are you seeing from her over the last week that maybe where have you seen the biggest improvement?
Yeah, I mean, I think for one, she's healthy and she's in a good rhythm. She's able to practice. And that's something that, for a lot of the fall was, she wasn't able to do. So I think she's really found her good rhythm. She's getting into, basketball shape, being out in practice, being able to practice. Obviously she's, shooting the ball great. I think though she's had some really timely rebounds for us. I liked how she was attacking the paint today, got to the free throw line. Had a couple nice runners, a couple really good finishes. So yeah, this is obviously a career high for her. And she's been playing great, and there's no question.
We'll go to John Shipley of the Pioneer Press with the next question.
You're on mute.
John, you're on mute.
Okay, I'm the old guy that can't get the Zoom. You guys, I thought you were at your best when you got to the paint. Did you like that part of your game today?
Yeah. I mean, obviously 36 paint points. I thought that, a lot of good stuff happened that we, with our drives in the first half, we made them go zone. And I still think when we were able to get our feet in paint, whether it was, broken floor situations or in the second half against their zone, that's when good stuff happened for us. So yeah, I thought we had good poise, good composure, against their hedges, and some good stuff opened up when we did get in the paint.
Go to Tony Liebert of the Minnesota Daily with the next question.
This was the second straight game that Jazz had two quick fouls in the first quarter, and I don't think she fouled the rest of the game in both of them. So I guess what does that kind of tell you about her, her maturity as a player?
It's you get put in different situations, and I have to go back and look. That feels like that was a few hours ago on her first two fouls. It's. I really can't remember how they happened, but yeah, obviously we don't want anybody to be in foul trouble, but it's part of the game. It happens. You learn from it and move on. And we had some other players step up when she was out.
Go back to Kent.
Yeah, so they I think tied the game at 59. Midway through the fourth.
Yep.
Sarah hits a three. Katie gets an and one.
Caddy,
sorry, gets an and one. Jazz hits two free throws, and then Scalia hits another three. I mean, that's what you got to see. You got to see your top players responding in those situations, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all those moments you said were really good. Sara hits a three. We call timeout to try to give those guys who are playing a lot of minutes a little bit of rest and get something we could execute. That was a great run. For sure. And in the same at the same time, we're up. I want to say close to 10 with like a minute 10 to go. We got to close the door. So we're we're inching closer. It's just so definitely proud of our team for making a run like that in the fourth, and everybody's having Caddy with the and one. Jazz gets to the line. I thought some really good stuff was happening. And now our next step is to finish the game strong and to just, finish all the way through 40 minutes. But there's no question this team has grown a lot in the last, 2-3 weeks that we're talking about, that's those situations, and walking out here with a win. But so definitely happy with everyone's contributions down the stretch.
Back to John.
Lindsay, the one thing I noticed that I watched that Nebraska game, and really it was Hubbard that really got you guys, kind of helped you seal that game. How important or big or interesting is it that you were able to close this game out without a redshirt senior?
It's huge. It's huge. I mean, she's averaging, our last 2 wins, she's averaging 18-6. And then we just don't have that tonight. And other, we said everybody just has to do a little more. It's not all on one person. Obviously, you get Sara to go for 30. That helps. Caddy, with 17. But I thought that, definitely coming in this game, it's unfortunate that that she gets hurt and she's out, but just everybody has to do a little more and step up. And so to lose a player of her caliber and still get the win is a really good accomplishment for this team.
Do you think how do you feel about the next game for her?
We'll see. I don't know.
Thanks.
We'll go to Tony with the next question.
Like you said, you guys had him on the ropes a few times, but you couldn't get the last blow, I guess. How do you think you guys can do that in this situation going forward, I guess?
We'll watch the video and learn from it.
Kent, did you have another question?
Yeah, it's not necessarily you look at the box score and see a huge number anywhere, but the last 2 games in particular, I thought Mershon has really made some really big hustle plays. I think she had the big steal on the inbounds pass in the last game, and tonight she went to the floor a couple times, got a couple of offensive rebounds. She's really kind of getting to the point where she's a really big contributor for you. Can you talk about her play of late?
I mean, yeah, she's, like I said, a couple guys have been just willing our team recently, and Kayla's one of them. I mean, she gets a steal on a baseline out of bounds play at Penn State, gets thrown out of bounds, which is a foul, wasn't called, saves it to our guy. Tonight we're kind of dead in the water on a lob play. She comes from out of nowhere and deflects it out of bounds, takes a charge, gets an O board, gets to the free throw line, constantly communicating, getting guys in the right spots. Just everything. I mean, what more can you ask for? I mean, hits a huge jumper in the second half. When we needed one there on around the 18 feet. So she's playing great. She's bringing our team a lot of grit and a lot of toughness. And last 2 games, and she was great in Nebraska too. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. The last 3 wins, she's taken her game to another level as well.
We'll do one more for Coach if anyone has it.
I got one.
Go ahead, John.
I thought Kayla and I thought Clark both played really pretty good interior defense. Did you like that? I mean, they really stopped the 45. She didn't do much, and she had a considerable size advantage on them.
Yeah. I thought when we stayed between her and the rim, I thought good stuff happened for us. A couple old boards in the second half, which were unfortunate that she was able to get, but she's a really good player. She's got great size. Moves great for her size, and so yeah, I thought that at times Clark gets 7 rebounds for us tonight. So I thought both those guys at times did really good. They it's a tough challenge. It's a really tough challenge to play against someone with that size and agility, and I thought that they both stepped up to the challenge.
I had one more, if that's okay, Carl.
Sure.
When you show them the film tomorrow, are you going to highlight the threes, the run, or are you going to highlight the last minute?
Probably a little bit of all of it. It's nice to learn from a win, and it was a really, really good win. And we'll kind of what we do, when we have a few days to prep for our next team. We got to turn the page really quick to Iowa, but there's some things we can learn from this game and also things that you learned from the good stuff that, hey, we've been practicing this and you guys did a great job executing it. So it'll be a little bit of all of it, and we'll just continue to learn and get better.
Thanks very much for joining us, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
We'll have Sarah or Jasmine on here next. Hi, Sarah. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Great. We'll go ahead and open up for questions. Kent, you want to go first?
Sure. Coach was talking about how nice it is that you're finally able to practice. You know, you kind of worked through some injuries. Can you just talk about the kind of rhythm you're feeling in the last couple of games?
Yeah, I think it all just kind of starts from the work I've been putting in the past couple of days and weeks, I guess, since I've been back, and I'm finally, getting my rhythm back the past couple of games, I think. So I think it's just kind of the work that I put in.
Other questions for Sarah?
Sarah, can you talk about going down at the end and hitting the 2 3-pointers? The one was just the second of those, I think it was your 6-1, was so quick, and it just seemed like you just felt really good about taking that shot. I mean, can you tell me a little bit about feeling confident to do that in a tight game?
Yeah, obviously I just had confidence in my shot, and I had hit a couple before. So I think I was just feeling hot, and yeah, I didn't hesitate. And I just shot it, and, I knew it was going in right when it left my hand. So.
When you're in a zone like that, do you know that? I mean, when you're in the kind of zone you're in today, do you know when a ball is going to go when you let it go?
Today I think I did, especially like the last 2 or 3 threes. I kind of knew what was going in because, I already had my rhythm going a little bit. So yeah, I just let it go.
You guys have won 3 straight now after a pretty tough start. I know you guys faced a lot of adversity to start this season, people not available, a lot of new faces, not able to practice. What do you think this streak says about, what your team can be now that you've got all your people healthy and ready to play?
Yeah, I think we definitely started out a little slow and our chemistry wasn't there, but I think the past couple of games and wins we've had have started with our practices and the work we put in. We haven't been giving up even when went on that little losing streak. We just kept going into our potential, and I think we're really coming together.
Got a little dicey there in the last minute though, huh?
I'm sorry, what?
We got a little dicey tonight in the last minute of the game, huh?
Oh, yeah. I had 2 turnovers there at the end, but our team just stuck with it, and, we came out with the win, so.
Other questions for Sarah? And, all right, Sarah, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yep,
Thank you.
And we'll have Jasmine Powell here in just a second. Hi, Jasmine, can you hear us okay?
Yes.
Great, we'll go ahead and open up to questions. Kent, you want to go first?
Sure. Jasmine, you've been playing with Sara for better part of 2 years now. Can you sense when she's starting to get hot? And have you seen anything like she did today in practice before?
Yeah, Sarah gets in these zones where you know that you need to get her the ball, especially when she's shooting so accurately as she's doing now. And you know when she starts to put her head down and go score. So we all as a team know when Sarah's hot and when to get her the ball.
Jasmine, did you how much were you guys thinking about playing without Hubbard, and how much did you feel like maybe you had to take some of that on your shoulders?
We all knew that everybody had to do a little bit more today, not just one person. So we kind of all felt the same responsibility of kind of stepping up. But obviously, Sarah did the most of the responsibility by taking care of basically carrying us today. So, yeah.
Other questions for Jasmine?
Yeah, Jasmine, the start of the season was so tough. I think you had 7 players available your first game, 8 your second. You didn't really even have you even now with Hubbard being out, you haven't had everybody for every game, it seems. But you've won 3 straight. Can you talk about, do you feel like this team has turned a bit of a corner? And what do you think it's about this team to have rebounded this way after a 1-7 start?
We've basically tried to build our foundation here. So no matter who we lose, we know the game plan, and we're pretty good. We're pretty much just really good together. We want to play together, we want to win together, and we want to have fun together. And I think that's really propelled us to these wins. I know in our losses, we talked a lot about third quarter. So we kind of band together to kind of get on a roll in the first half and continue on with the second half. And we've only, when we start to do that in practice, and when practice translates to the games, we win.
Any other questions for Jasmine?
Yeah, her numbers don't always jump out at you on the box, but it seems like Mershon has really given you guys some boost the last couple of games, in particular with some hustle plays. Can you just talk about what she's done the last couple of games?
Kayla's definitely been our X factor. As you say, it doesn't show up a lot on the stats, but she's definitely a person that we need in order to win. She's the person who's going to get down and dirty and do all the little things for us, taking charges, getting steals, getting offensive rebounds. We need her, and she's been a big help for all of us, and we applaud her for all the work she's doing.
Anything else for Jasmine? Okay, we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Thanks, Jasmine, for joining us.
Jasmine.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone, for being on the post-game call here. We'll have the audio and video recordings up on the virtual press box here probably within the half hour. Thank you.